Good morning, park managers, and welcome back to Community Park 11.0. Now, last week's video was quite a shocker to me. It had over 162,000 views, which I thought was absolutely nuts. Anyways, we're back at it with a brand new suggestion. Now, it was really hard to pick suggestions because there were so many good ones, but one stood out mainly because I never get anyone asking me to make an enclosure for this creature, and that being Sinuropteryx. And that comes from Evie, who just asked for a plain and simple Sinuropteryx enclosure, which kind of gave me a little bit of free will. Now, I started doing the fencing very different compared to how I usually do it. We're not doing a kind of off-show area for these creatures because of how small they are. I'm going to be using a viewing dome instead of a viewing gallery for it, and we're going for a desert vibe. I'm going for somewhat similar plants that we've used in the other two enclosures, as I'm really liking this setup. It definitely kind of feels like it belongs in the jungle in a sense with the way we've done it. They've put the sand down to try and stop loads of plant matter from growing and overtaking these enclosures, so that only the plants that they plant are the ones that are going to stay there. And I just made it very interesting, very decorated it up. It's quite nice. It was quite enjoyable to make, to be honest. Adding all these different planters, all the different lights to kind of block out that kind of gap between the two different fences that you can see. And yeah, it was just a nice vibe. And I just did a little oasis in the corner using a few of the Malta desert and jungle trees just to give it a little bit of life and different. And then in the area out here, we did a few rocks and we planted it up. Anyways, let's go on to the montage. As you can see, it fits in really nice. It's something I quite like the look about this park is when you're looking from above and it's just these open areas with an enclosure in it, and it goes back to this thick, dense jungle. I don't know why I've never tried making a park like this before, because it generally does look kind of interesting, and I can't wait to see what it's going to look like when this park is complete. And I had quite a bit of fun making this enclosure. It was nice, it was simple, and you didn't have to go absolutely crazy with it because the creatures are so small. Now, this brings me into something I would love to see in Jurassic World Evolution 3, and that'd be different heights when it comes to the fences. The reason for that is because of creatures like this one, where it is so cute and so small that these giant fences look kind of ridiculous for it just a little bit. I know with Sandbox I could use the Malta style walls for fencing, or I could use the various other planters to make this small fencing, but I did want to use the actual fence in the game for it, and I just made it kind of interesting and somewhat of a decoration. Anyways, thank you for watching, and put in the comments what you would like to see added next week. Until next time, I'll see you later.